over again.
Are you going to do it on that?
Sorry? Yeah.
You make it all on that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's it's.
That's not a telephone, is it?
Is it a telephone?
It
Yeah,
is.
it is. Yeah, yeah. But with a good camera, that it's
Wow.
better than you would expect.
Really?
But yeah, but not
Oh,
originally. I would have tried to get another camera, but I brought one
Right.
from Germany, but it's broken. I don't know why.
Okay. And this is okay? This works?
More or less.
Okay.
We said we just try it, and if the
Right.
picture is too bad, I
Right.
just write it down.
Right.
What
Okay.
the people said,
Okay.
and they
I've got a video camera in the car you can borrow.
Okay. Oh yeah, I may borrow it now.
Yeah,
But
if you want to.
Think it may be a problem too. Then we got two different pictures.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
I
You will.
have to think about it.
Have you done several already?
Yeah.
Oh well, just keep going.
Yeah, it's
that's
better, right?
Mm.
Oh yeah. When you said that yesterday, it would be pretty good. Okay, the first thing I'd like to know is due to the fact that the conference is about the other,
Mm-hmm.
Could you please define what the other is?
Mm-hmm. For me personally, perhaps the conference should have been called the self, not the other, because to me it's all one. So I don't see the other. I see that merely as a reflection of the self. So it's a journey into a deeper space within me as I sit in the workshops and as I listen to the people talking and as I work with the other participants. I really see the mirror of myself reflected back to me, and so I'm coming from that place. So if I'm seeing difference or I'm seeing other, I need to really address that, and that for me would be the guiding point here.
Was it relevant to engage in the other?
Well, it is, because the world persists in mirroring the concept of diversity and difference, and it's up to each one of us to look at why we're seeing the difference. What is this separation that we're creating? Because the separation isn't real, it isn't true. So something in us is creating the resistance which is bringing this forward. And so again, it's just a matter of going back inside and saying, why am I seeing myself as different to you? And what part of you am I looking at that is showing me the difference? Because there is no difference.
Did you had any personal encounter where you understood that?
You mean during the concept of the conference?
Whatever. Yeah, during the conference or before?
Well, certainly before. That's part of my training, my teaching, my own personal journey and my own exploration of what you might call a spiritual pathway. And I come from that place more than seeing a fearful world or a world in chaos and crisis. My world is certainly not in chaos and crisis, but that's because I'm looking at it through a different lens or a different viewpoint than others, for example. In terms of the conference, I've had two experiences here where I would say totally connected at a soul level with an individual who I'd never met before, and the exquisiteness, including yourself, the exquisiteness of seeing myself reflected back to me from that being is just an awe-inspiring moment, which I could only say justifies the 7,000 or 8,000 miles that I had to cross to get here.
Really, where are you from?
Australia.
Oh my god.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad. I will visit Australia in a few months, though. Yeah, the next one would be that did this conference enrich you in any way?
Oh, enrich me absolutely, and to see the greater perception of the world coming back to me, and to see the beautiful people who are engaging in a lifestyle and a working environment in non-profit organizations and with a passionate desire to help and to be of assistance in the world is exquisite. And particularly as I know that each of them are having a personal experience as much as any experience they might gain from helping another. It's really, I keep going back to, it's just about the self. And whatever vehicle you use, whether it's running a corporation or running a non-profit organization teaching third world children education, is irrelevant. It's just a mechanic by which you come to know yourself at a much deeper level. And I think people who throw themselves voluntarily with no seeking of reward or return and give of their time and give of their love, and that's what it is, they're giving love, can only affect healing on a greater sense.
The last one I got is that for me this conference is also about peace, and I'd like to know if you know some tools for building a peace, like 1, 2, 3 step framework thing.
Well, again, from a personal basis, there can be no peace outside unless there is peace inside. So whether that's in a family situation, or whether that's in a school, or whether that's in a business environment, every relationship, to find peace, I have to find peace in here. And in the moment I find peace, then that peace will come back to me. It's just the way it is. It's just the law of attraction. So based on that law of attraction, the only thing I can do is to set out to find peace in my heart and myself. And for that I need to remove the separation that all human beings have in the concept that they're separate from God. And when they come to the full absolute feeling and recognition that they're not separate from God, and that whatever that is present within them, instant transformation takes place. And in the instant transformation, the byproduct of that is total peace, because there's nothing left to resist or to counter or to respond to. It's just total allowance. Very much as the Buddhists would say. I'm not a Buddhist, but the teaching is the same. And the irony is that we talk much about religions at conferences like this, yet every religion in its essence and at its base would purport exactly the same truth. It's almost like we have to rise to a mystical level, or go down to a mystical level below that which is obvious, both in our relationships and also our religious beliefs. And when we drop to the mystical, we find that everything is one. And that's after all what it is, and therefore the other disappears. And only oneness remains. Isn't that the irony?
Here it is.
Yeah. And that's what true compassion is recognizing the love within self, which takes everything to that level of oneness where only one exists.
Right. Thank you.
You use that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.